sir, start. Shahida Jaffrey, sir.
Well, my first recollection of Shahida is when I was visiting Manila in the 80s, and Shahida was married to a service colleague of mine who was younger brother of a contemporary of mine from Lucknow University. And Shahida was a very statuesque, beautiful, tall lady playing golf, and I thought that she is a perfect social butterfly. She resents it, but that's what I thought at that time. Because I didn't realize at that time that she was a very dedicated, very determined lady. I mean, so much so that she had 3 children, and she did a PhD in Manila. I mean, it must be her total determination that made her do that. So, next, when I met her, this was in Islamabad, and that was to condole her husband, my colleague Sardar Jaffrey, is passing away. So she was very shattered, and in fact, my wife also had gone with me. So she said, why don't you do something about this heartbroken lady? But I said, I don't know if she will like to come and work in Gilgit. I mean, there I told you, a social butterfly in Manila, moving around in that society, and then comes here, and you are now saying me that I should ask her to work in Gilgit. But she came herself, and she asked me that I'd like to work in RSP. So I was very happy, and you know, we had a visitor center in RSP because there were so many visitors, and most of them foreigners. So I asked Shahida, why don't you take charge of the visitor center? And you know, overnight, she converted that visitor center into an art gallery with beautiful sort of hangings all over the photographs and graphs and everything. And everybody who came, they were very, very pleased, very happy. It was a nice face of RSP which she really presented to the visitors. So, but in less than 4 years of her coming to Gilgit, I of course had to move for the UN program, and Shahida also got remarried. There was a CSP officer, Sikandar Jamali, who was so much after her. So next I meet her in Balochistan in Quetta. She's Chief Secretary's wife. And you know, in 90s, early 90s, the people from Quetta, Germans who were doing a program called Park German Development Program, they had come to Gilgit and they invited me to Quetta after seeing Gilgit. And I had suggested that why don't you set up an RSP type program. So they set up Balochistan Rural Support Program in 1991. Now when I went this time, the program was almost dead. The Germans have walked away and everything was finished except that they had a building. And Shahida asked me that if you would like me to revive the program, and I was most happy. And then she took up that dead program, which had no money, nothing, and revived it. She never took any salary. In fact, whatever money was needed, she paid it from her own pocket. And today, the RSP is the largest civil society organization in Balochistan.
Do you think that body was resurrected by her?
Yes. And I think that they owe a great deal to Shahida for reviving the RSP and keeping it alive. And Shahida has a Midas touch. While she was trying to revive and had revived the RSP, she got a call from the governor of Balochistan that they wanted to set up a women's university in Balochistan. And he said to her that everybody says that if anybody can do it, that is Shahida Jaffrey. And she asked me, I said, well, you have done your job in BRSP, so I think it's a good opportunity. And I knew, with her doctorate in education and all that, and what I had seen her in Gilgit and in Quetta. So she took over, starting the first women's university in Balochistan. And here again, like BRSP, she was handed over a building which was a health facility. Probably, I don't know whether it was a health hospital or what, but it was like defunct. And we converted that into a university. And today, thousands of girls are getting educated and coming out of that university. So that is what she is. And she's so dedicated to the RSPs and the program that whichever RSP wants her, on a voluntary basis to help, she's always available. And she's always talking about RSPs, you must have heard that. Personally, for me, I just can't describe her love and affection and respect for me. She just goes absolutely overboard. And she's very dynamic, very authoritative.
Imposing personality.
Everybody had to listen to her. But two of the things which I must tell you that, a team came from Philippines, the Magsaysay Award team. Magsaysay Award, as you know, is the Asian Nobel Prize, to Gilgit, unannounced. So, Shahida being in charge of the visitor center, and she tells me also that because these were old ladies, so all the others said, well, you look after them. But she made such a good program for them. I had no idea. I never knew that who were the people who came. Except that one evening she said that there are some people from Philippines, from the Magsaysay Award, they want to meet you for a few minutes. I was, I think, doing something in the evening in my office when they came and saw me. But she charmed them so much, or showed them what had to be shown. There was a irrigation channel which everybody used to say that I always take people there to basically give them the real taste of AKRSP. It's quite difficult to climb and then walk on the parapet. Probably she took them there too. And the result was that in 1992 I got the Magsaysay Award. Then, the Nobel Prize, the Swedish, they all ask all over the world nominations for Nobel Prize, and there are categories. So they also ask Vice Chancellors.
She was the one who initiated this for you.
If you already know, then why you are asking me? So, Shahida nominated me for the Nobel Prize. And I thought, well, maybe today. What pleased me very much that the citation for the prize was written by one of the Indians, Vijay Kumar, who used to work with me for, and also Noel Cousin, the one who wrote a book. And lo and behold, I was quite surprised because there are thousands and millions of nominations which come to, but they accepted the nomination. So I was included in the list which was to be considered. Obama got the prize, but I got a mention on my CV, Nobel Peace Prize nominee. So that's what Shahida is.
You also nominated and recommended her for this Magsaysay Award.
Huh?
You also recommended her for this Magsaysay Award.
Shahida, yes, I did when she was Vice Chancellor.
Did she get it then?
She would have got it, she would have told you.
Okay. You had a very old relationship with her family, her husband, and
Yes, her husband was really a younger brother of one of my contemporaries there. And he was actually in the college. He was a young boy studying at college at that time.
thank you, sir.
Okay.